The hubris of the inhabitants of the world will be met with destruction. Call all Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Bellstone, and shalom to the hopeful Bakiyar. Now, as you can see on the screen, I want to get into this word hubris and show how the Most High has allowed for this place to max out in the way of pride and arrogancy so that he can set it up for the ultimate destruction. Okay? The harder they are, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. When you read in Revelations that the sins have reached up into heaven, then that's a point where now the Most High has to respond. Okay? He's so to speak, has allowed this place to get completely. Let's see, we're running out of terms and vocab for this, for the wickedness of this place, but to just get completely fucking um, maxed out in filth. When you look at what's going on across the world, just the complete fucking, um, you reach deep in the motherfucking the bag of madness that the new shit that they come out with, on a daily fucking basis in this place, man. Okay, we didn't even have to specify. All right, it's completely whacked out and liberal. We'll use that word, and getting more progressively, no pun intended, more progressively liberal. All right, which is just complete freedom to do whatever the absolute fuck comes to your mind, and that's and and uh and that's going to be met with a swift and a very nasty destruction. Okay, thus saith the scriptures. All right, and you have what is even known as the narcissism era that we're in right now, with the social media and all these other things that have been introduced into society, right? With the camera, everybody is now acting a certain type of way because they know the camera's in front of them, and not just it, cameras in everybody's fucking pockets on their phones, and the surveillance cameras, and you know what I'm saying? So the Most High has set this place up for destruction, man, and it's perfect. We see these people playing right into the Most High's hand. Okay, they're fully consumed in the devices of this current world. All right, the all the technology, right? They're all dialed in with the newest smartphones and gadgets, the watches, the goggles, they got it all. They're subscribed and linked in with all these apps and social media sites. Okay, and they're participating in all these different things that they have on on social media, right? They're doing all that shit. It is all for the Most High to destroy this fucking place, man. All right. Talks about how right here, as we're gonna get it, it says hubris is excessive pride or self confidence. Okay. Arrogance, conceit. All right. Because this is the point here in Greek tragedy: excessive pride toward or defiance of the gods, leading to nemesis. All right. Nemesis is the inescapable agent of someone or something's downfall. Okay, so that pride, the hubris of the people, is actually going to be their inescapable, is an inescapable agent of their downfall. Okay, because this pride, this level of pride that hubris is likening to is is almost depicting of you going against the Heavenly Father. Okay, because you can scratch off the the plural and the little g in that because there's only one power. But that's exactly what it's likening to because the scriptures reflect how um, pride, having pride, is when you depart from the Heavenly Father. Right? That's what that defiance is. That's what that defiance is, man. Okay, to defy is open resistance and bold disobedience. It's crazy because brothers been hitting quick strikes on that about 2/3 of the nation of Israel, how they revolt and they rebelled against the Heavenly Father. That's what resistance is. It's likened unto their in a fucking a rebellion against the Most High, right? And bold disobedience, which is absolute death. If the wages of sin, the breaking of the law, statutes, commandments, is death, ultimately, right? Um, then what is that of just complete fucking wanton defiance towards the Heavenly Father? All right, it's going to be met with a sword, destruction, death by pain. All right, so it leads to nemesis, and that's heavy because it tells you that pride leadeth to destruction. All right, that it's inevitable that you're gonna perish, and that's gonna be one of the main reasons. That is the reason why this destruction is about to come down. See, for many great miseries, gonna get that as well. It says a long-standing rival, an arch enemy. You're making yourself a rival to the Most High, and it's heavy because a long-standing is likened to you coming back in the reincarnation because you do. You keep seeing this in different words that go back to the ancient day. Not even the ancient day, like right, the 1500s, 1600s, even words that aren't that old. A lot of them uh, undoubtedly uh, portray reincarnation in them because it talks about like um, you coming back and redoing things again, right? Even when you look at to when something resonates, right? It's meaning it resounds a sound you're hearing again. So that the concept of reincarnation was pretty much a globally accepted thing until you know these motherfuckers, most likely Edomites, came with falsehoods on reality and of the scriptures, man, and what had been widely accepted in pretty much all cultures upon the earth at one time, or pretty much since the beginning of mankind, up until the time that fucking the devil, the Bible speaks of, came in and jumbled shit up. All right, this is in the etymology for hubris, a back formation of hubristic from Greek hybris, wanton violence, insolence, outrage. Originally, presumption toward the gods. Okay? Or you could just say presumption towards God, towards the Most High. And when you presume, which is what these people do, okay, that's defiance to the Most High. Okay, to presume is to suppose that something is the case on the basis of probability. Basically, supposing something is the case based on what the fuck you think it is. That's what that is, man. And then therefore you're gonna act according to that delusion. Okay? So you're gonna act according to that lie, which is what these proud fucking people have done. And the primary thing that entails of their pride, that their pride entails of, is that presumption against the Most High to to presume that you are gonna do what you think that you think you're gonna do what the fuck you want to do. All right, that's the ultimate pride is the do as thou wilt. All right, that's the highest form of Satanism. It says in their satanic doctrine that it shall be the whole of the law. Okay, because it what it is. It's defiance. It's that hubris. It's defiance against the Most High. Presumption against the Most High. Okay, scriptures tell you who's resisted His will. So how the fuck are you gonna presume to do anything, right? We're given strict duties as creations of the Creator here on this planet. And the people are completely fucking ignoring that, man. And even worse, it's a bold defiance. They're pretty much saying, F you to the Most High. Yeah. And as the brother, Elder Waltazak brought out, if he could, if Esau could, he would try to kill the Most High, man. So this is just a part of um, his opposition and his ultimate adverse being the adversary, right? Being his adversarial nature to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right. See, so this is insolence. It's wanton violence. Okay, against the Most High. Rude and disrespectful behavior. The insolence. All right, you hear that in fucking these uh these different pieces that were set in like the time of uh that they had kings and serfs, right? Let's get that because that's likened unto a king, like you are being defined into a king. That's what that's likened into, that to be insolent. Mm, okay, we got it though. Gone. We got it though. That was good. It's that pride, presumption towards the gods, towards the Most High, towards Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, and then secondarily towards the defiance and fucking hatred that the people have towards the Most High's ambassadors. See, which are likened into powers themselves, little powers, little g's. It says in Sirach 10 and 7, pride is hateful before the Most High and man, and by both doth one commit the and by both doth one commit iniquity. So pride is the source of iniquity. All right. Pride is the source of wickedness and transgression. See, it's going to later tell you that. It's like the brother Kwam Gabar mentioned. It's like an umbrella, okay, for all the other transgression, if you will. See, and not only before the Most High, and to be hated of the Most High is the worst thing you could do. It's way worse than to be hated of man. But it tells you it's even worse. Okay, it doesn't tell you that the Most High could destroy body and spirit in hell. Okay, this is in um, dropping down to the ninth verse. Why is earth and ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man, for such an as one setteth his own soul to sale, because while he liveth, he casteth away his bowels. Okay, this is heavy because this is exactly what was going down in this fucking current time. The pride of this people have now has now clouded their judgment, so to speak, right? And to not have any care or regard for their salvation, all right, going primarily for the Israelites, right? But then to the other people, other nations, in the entire fucking world, man, they're they're pretty much enjoying sin for a season, not realizing that they're going to be fucking destroyed. And even on the surface, by the different things that they do, partying hardy till they drop and shit. Going hard on the substances, if you will. All right, this is what the masses of the people are doing, indulging into this completely promiscuous culture that is here, probably the worst that's ever been, because you got just completely backwards lifestyle that is being promoted, right, with the alphabet shit. You've got just a wide range of possibility for wickedness, man. See, that is going on and it's rampant in this fucking place, right? So even on the surface, those things that destroy them, that they indulge in, right? And that comes out of pride. And pride is fucking promoted in this place. They tell you to be fucking proud, especially here in America. Tells you that his look of the Americans, his look is more stout than his fellows. Let's see if I can pull that. Daniel 7:20. And of the 10 horns that were in his head, and of the other which were came up, and before whom 3 fell, even of that horn that had eyes, and a mouth that spake very great things, whose look was more stout than his fellows. I'm not going to go into the extensive breakdown, but we're going to focus on uh, whose look was more stout than his fellows, the subject being America, okay, which the no nation, no Edomites are more proud than fucking Americans, man. All right, and they've played straight into the agenda that that the elites have put out to get these people completely consumed with themselves. See, it says, dropping down in the 12th verse, the beginning of pride is when one departeth from the Most High, and his heart is turned away from his Maker. All right. So, just like that word hubris, it's defiance against the Most High. It's it's a bold disobedience. Okay, it's excessive pride, right? Presumption, insolence against the Heavenly Father. All right. It says, "For pride is the beginning of sin, and he that hath it shall pour out Slakia. For pride is the beginning of sin, and he that hath it shall pour out abomination. And therefore Yahweh brought upon them strange calamities and overthrew them utterly." Okay, Slakia. Let's see. Slakia, I'm going to read that again. For pride is the beginning of sin. All right. So right there, pride is can be deemed as as pretty much is the worst characteristic um, trait that a man can have. Okay, and the opposite of that is humility, to be low, to be lowly. All right, which is another word is that's in that is like that is humiliation, to be humiliated, which isn't likened into you being fucking pretty much your ego and your pride completely shattered. Okay, it says, "And he that hath it pour out abomination." That's right, because like it said, it's the beginning. It's the beginning of sin. It's the beginning of you committing transgression and iniquity, sin on sin. All right, and it only compounds the abominable works. It only gets fucking worse, as they tell you. A lot of people can, in different sectors, like for example, the drug treatment, one of the drug treatment industry, if you will, right? Um, they'll tell you that when a motherfucker is strung out on something, that it gets worse. It typically, like 90 fucking percent of the time, it gets fucking worse, and it compounds, and then it just they end up fucking dying, something drastic, even up to death, right? So that abomination just fucking it compounds, man. See, it says, "And therefore Yahweh brought upon them strange calamities and overthrew them utterly." All right, and the same is the sake for the time that we're in now. Just as the flood came, all right, when it came through, it swept the entire planet and created um, the separation of the continents. That massive landmass that was once called Pangea was separated. You can imagine how fucking violent that had to be. All the different islands now and you know land masses that have been fucking broken off. You can imagine it was this shit broke off. You know what I mean? So, and then it's the same way the Most High has coming for this fucking place. Ultimate destruction. It's gonna be worse. All right, thermonuclear missiles is gonna rearrange the face of the earth. Okay, but clean it up in the same time. All right, like I said, just it's in the days of Noah. And let's pull this, finish it off, because these people are gonna die horribly. And the beautiful thing is, the Most High has it on repeat. All right, a so-called broken record, but it's really not. It was the foolishness of motherfuckers who tried to use that, because you have all these different um uh you have all these different proficiencies that people develop, which and the main thing they have to do is fucking repetition, or in any fucking field that you look at, right? We can go across all kind of different sectors, if you will, right? You could look at the medical field. You could look at um, the mathematical field, right? Um, uh, Fine arts, right? Each and every one of those, they do things um, over and over and over, right? When they're learning something or when they're teaching something, or like a motherfucker who is a sports analyst, they go over the same fucking things in history that a motherfucker did on the court or on the field over and fucking over. When the apostles and elders of great millstone, then the middle lord go over these precepts and these biblical concepts, the pure edification, right? That you get new revelation from every time from these living waters. Then it's condemned now. You see, but that's another uh, reason for this place's destruction. All right, they disregarded the things that were of value, and they pumped up the things that were irrelevant. Man, you see, the foolish things, like it says, folly set in great dignity, and that foolishness goes right in along with the pride, because you presume to to pretty much you presume to follow and pursue after that shit rather than the Most High, which is the duty of all man, is to obey the Most High. Okay, fear the Most High, all right, and keep His commandments, and that's fucking it. And the biggest part of fucking pride is is that conception, that misconception that you can do whatever the fuck you want. That's the biggest thing, and the whole world is all over that. Look at this whole free will shit. That you ask anybody and they'll tell you all day free will, right? Well, that's fucking pride. That's hubris, man, and it's presumption against the Most High. Second Edges 8:50, finishing off. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. right? So the death and destruction that's about to sweep through this motherfucker is a direct result of the pride of the people. Okay? This sick, filthy place is gonna get its comeuppance from the heavens, man. Okay? And he's doing it already. He's visited this place. And it's already in a fucking an abysmal downfall. See? At a point of no return. That now you've got analysts saying that 2023 is going to be the year from hell, and it's going to continue to spiral downwards. So it's already fucking been decreed. You can already see from the Heavenly Father that judgment has been unleashed, and it's only going to pick up steam and momentum, snowball effect, until this avalanche completely sweeps this place up. Okay? So with that, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kadash. Once again, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom to the Bakir.